Salmanan. So I read a tweet, and it said, "Guys, please date your age mates. Age mates, date our age mates." And then there was a response or a quote. I don't know how you call it. You quote the tweet, and the guy who responded was like, "Women want financially stable men now, not later. They want to date them now." And then regrettably, that guy, her age mate at the time, may not be financially stable, to her. And when that guy becomes financially stable, then she is finished, and the guy doesn't want him. Not too sure about the finished, but okay. I'm generalizing. Just in because I'm generalizing. Women start this. Girls start this. This whole thing, this date your age mate. Yo, guys, feeling porege because when we were when we were in primary school, we're happy to date each other. We're happy. 13-year-old boy, 13-year-old girl, nothing wrong. For some reason, the second we get to high school, when we both in grade 8, we were perfectly fine dating in grade 7. But once we get in high school, grade 8, all of a sudden our sisters start looking at the grade 10 guy, grade 11 guy, matric guy. All of a sudden that now becomes an option to her. All of a sudden she has now the audacity to say things like, "I want a pensini, you're too immature, I want to date a guy who's got more maturity." What? Okay, so my only crime is the fact that the older girls don't come to me and the fact that I still play touch rugby during break. Come on. So that's what tends to happen. And by doing that, you guys have then said, screw the system. And guys hold on to all that pain. It's okay, no sharp. So I was dating Upalesa in grade 7. Next thing, Upalesa leaves me and dates a grade 11 guy. And then this constant comparison starts from there. Sisters, you guys start this crap. You guys start comparing us. From there, you guys are constantly comparing us. And it happens and it keeps going. There's never a time, generally speaking, where we are dating you guys as age mates. Yes, we want to. Of course we want to. But you guys are constantly dating. I'm in grade 10. You guys are dating the matric guy who's the first team captain and the prefecti. By the time we get to first year and we go to varsity, you guys are either dating honors students or you guys are dating working guys. I'm sitting as a first year. We walk in the rain. Next thing, really golf. You sitting in the passenger seat smiling. You sit as they get older. You go to our sister's Instagram. Let's say girls in their younger 20s. Look at their Instagram. Look at where they are having dinners. They are having solo. They are having oysters. They are popping bottles. They can't afford that. A large majority of our sisters can't afford that. Let me be honest. A large majority of sisters can't afford that. Therefore, there's someone who is supplying or paying for all of that. And chances are that might be a boyfriend who is in a different age bracket than hers. Kudlu. We both 22, 23. We're starting in the working environment, whatever. You are dating a 32-year-old guy. You're going on trips. You're going to this. You're experiencing this. You're having this at these restaurants. Blah 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 blah. 10 years later, I'm 33. You're 33. Your relationships have not worked out. My relationships have not worked out. Sure. You have 2 kids. I maybe have 2 kids. Sure. However, society doesn't value us the same. A 33-year-old female who's earning 40,000 Rand a month gross salary and a 33-year-old man who's also earning 40,000, we don't have the same options. If we both have 2 kids, you must understand in today's society, chances are, especially in the middle class society, the kids will live with the mom. For me, I'm still single. Even though I've got 2 kids that I'm providing for, society sees me as single. My value is very, very different because again, now I have at my exposure or at my reach, girls who are 10 years younger than me and ladies who are 10 years older than me. So as a 33-year-old guy, I can still dabble in 23-year-old ladies and society is fine with that. And I can stretch myself and go a little bit older and society is fine with that. A lot of our sisters, what you happen when you are 33, 2 kids, earn 40K, you will struggle, generally speaking, to date a 23-year-old guy. Unless he's super rich, But if he's a standard 23-year-old guy who's just averagely good looking, averagely funny, he's earning 15,000 Rand, you won't date him. You won't. You won't. As a 33, 34, 35-year-old guys, we can date a girl who's a 7 out of 10, who's 23, or 6 out of 10 even, who's a 23 and is making 15K. It's fine. Then you guys jump into Penson's DMs and say, Penson, what are you doing with these young girls? I didn't say jack to you when you were 23 with 40-year-old gents. Our Penson, so what must we do? Must all walk in the rain? Okay, tops. Live your life, driving in these fancy cars. All of a sudden, I'm coming, like, how am I wrong now? You had your chance. Let me have my chance. Why can't I have a chance as a 40-year-old guy to date 25-year-olds? Because when you were 25, you were hooking up with 40-year-old guys. Now, because you realize what your options have now decreased tremendously, now you're going to come and guilt us. No, when you had 25, you had 100 men wanting to date you. 100 men that wanted to date you. Now that you're 35, how many men want to date you? You're 35, you make 50K a month, you have 2 kids, been divorced. How many men want to date you? We're talking about relationships now, we're not talking about a smash and grab. How many men want to date you? And then of those men that want to date you, how many do you want to date? When you're 25, your body's there, no kids, grand. 100 men are ready to scoop you up. Now you got kids. A lot of men, not all, a lot of men don't want to be dating with 635-foot kids. Whereas a lot of females are still, they're still okay with that. That's the double standards of society. We all face them. Guys, when you talk about male privilege, also talk about female privilege. When you talk about the challenges that females go through, also talk about the challenges that males go through. So again, like a seesaw, when it's up for you and it's down for us, understand it'll come a time where it's up for us and down for you. That's just how the world works. But don't be unfair that when it's down for you and it's up for us, now all of a sudden you also want us to come down. We want us to force you. No, the seesaw doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So when I was in grade 8 and you were dating a matric, for example, it was like this. You were living life. You had preferences at the tuck shop because when you're a matric. When I was in second year and you were dating a 30-year-old Pensin, okay, sharp. He was flying you here, driving you here, Tinasila. Just piecing together a mal for a castle light. That's what it is. Kudlu. Now the gents are here. Let the gents celebrate now. Unless you as females get together for a women's conference and change it from grassroots levels, don't come up when it's not working at a certain standard. So I was actually looking at this tweet and I was just like, our sisters, generally speaking, sit down, guide your younger sisters on how to do things. Tell the younger girls, because they're the ones that can say yes or no. When it comes to dating, guys will always share. It's up to the female to say yes or no. So we tell the guys, gents, leave the little girls alone. You guys tell the sisters, stop dating older guys who have money, drive fancy cars, get you guys here, fly here. Sisters, go to all the universities. Go speak to second years, first year, say, stop dating guys who have money, who will buy you bottles, buy you handbags. If you can convince them that, I'm telling you, Tina's gents will convince Oput Bates when they're older to stop dating younger girls. Anyway, I think I'm on a journey to start talking a little bit about controversial topics. I hope but I also hope that we can engage. We're obviously not going to agree. At the end of the day, when it comes to something like dating, people must date whoever makes them happy. As long as you're not infringing on other people, as long as you're not doing anything illegal, date whoever makes you happy. That's how I feel about that. But just addressing this tweets, I just think a lot of our sisters are unfair. I think a lot of our sisters are sour because they want to just have their cake and eat it too. They want their bread butters on both sides. Unfortunately, you're past your prime from a physical point. Men are physical beings and they're attracted to that type of shit, generally speaking. So don't be too sour. Just embrace the fact that you had your run and it's someone else's run, But I can speak on this topic for hours because it leads it to something else. But I'm going to be doing these little clips where I'm talking about controversial topics. Yeah, man. I hope I don't get cancelled. My next one I want to talk about isn't going to be my next one. No, let me not tell you the topic, but you guys will have. Anyway, have yourselves a fantastic day. Like, share, subscribe, share. comment down below. Tell me what you think. If you agree, if you disagree, if you see it slightly different from me. Again, I'm generalizing. I know that there's a lot of older sisters that are happy to date younger guys. I know there's a lot of sisters who are out earning their current partners, and that's okay. But I was just generalizing, talking about hypergamy in today's time. And that is how, unfortunately, the law of the jungle, for the most part, works. Have yourselves, again, a fantastic day. Gantan.